Hi everyone, today we'll be making these lip balm holders. They are the cutest things ever and they make for perfect gifts for your friends and family. I'm so excited to share this tutorial with you and I really hope you enjoy it. As always, I'd love to hear any questions or feedback you might have, so feel free to leave them in the comments below. Go ahead and start by making a magic ring. Wrap the yarn around your two fingers like this to make an X shape. Hold the yarn with your thumb and ring finger. Now turn your hand and hold the yarn with your pinky. Insert your hook underneath the first line of yarn. Grab the second one, pull under and twist. Grab this piece of yarn and pull through. This counts as your first chain and your magic ring is ready to go. You can adjust the size by pulling on this thread to make it tighter. Now we are going to insert 6 single crochets into this ring. Now that you're done with your single crochets, we are going to finish the round by closing the ring. So hold on to your work and pull on this piece of yarn. This is the first chain you made at the beginning of the round, and this is the first single crochet. We are going to slip a stitch here, so insert your hook into the first single crochet you made, yarn over and pull through. For the next round, we are going to increase, which means we are going to insert 2 single crochets into every stitch. And basically at the beginning of every round, we chain 1. So chain 1 and insert 2 single crochets into the very first stitch right at the bottom of your chain, right here. Make sure you don't skip this one. 1 single crochet and another one in the same stitch. Now we continue on working 2 single crochets into every stitch. We have 5 left. In total, you should have 12 single crochets at the end of the round. I have 1 stitch left in this round here. The next one is a slip stitch from the previous round. Make sure you always skip the slip stitches at the end of the rounds. If you're not sure if it's a slip stitch or not, you can count your stitches. They should equal the number I've put in the subtitles. And we complete every round by slip stitching in the first single crochet we made. So skip the slip stitch from the round before. This is your chain 1, and this stitch right here is your first single crochet of the round. So make a tight slip stitch here, and let's move on to the third round. As always, we chain 1, and in this round we are going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch and 2 single crochets or an increase in the next one, and we repeat that 6 times. So 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 2 single crochets in the next one, 1 single crochet, increase. At the end of the round, I have 2 stitches left, so 1 single crochet here, and your round should end with 2 single crochets in the last stitch. And now we skip the slip stitch from the round before, skip the chain 1, and go right into the first single crochet we made to slip stitch. Chain 1. In this round we are going to do 1 single crochet right here in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next one, and in the following stitch we are going to increase or insert 2 single crochets like this, and we repeat that 6 times. So 1 single crochet here, 1 single crochet in the next one, increase in the following stitch. In the end I have 3 stitches left, so 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and your round should end with an increase. As always, we skip the slip stitch, skip the chain 1, and make a slip stitch in the first single crochet of the round. In this round we are going to start with the chain as usual, then 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next one, and then we decrease, which means we want to turn these 2 stitches into 1. So I insert my hook in the front loop of this stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. Insert your hook in the front loop of the next one, yarn over and pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through them all. You just turned 2 stitches into 1. We are going to repeat this 6 times. So 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then decrease. Go into the front loop of this stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. Insert your hook in the next one, yarn over and pull up a loop, so you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through. I'm almost done with my round. I have 4 stitches left, and remember this is a slip stitch, we always skip them. So 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and your round ends with a decrease. And then we slip a stitch in the first single crochet of the round. As always, skip the slip stitch from the round before and skip the chain 1. We're done with this part, so cut the yarn. We're going to secure this tail when we add the petals. This is your slip stitch right here. Insert your hook in the first stitch after that, and pull up a loop with the yarn you want for the petals. Make sure you leave a small tail. Now chain 1 and insert 1 single crochet in the same stitch. Now we are going to keep these tails here so we can work over them and hide them as we crochet the petal. So in the next one we are going to insert 1 double crochet and 2 triple crochets. Go over these pieces of yarn as you make your first double crochet. And now we need 2 triple crochets in the same stitch. In the next stitch, we are going to work 2 triple crochets and 1 double crochet. When you're done with your double crochet, your first petal is complete, and we repeat this pattern again to create the next one. So start with a single crochet in the next stitch, and then we are going to insert 1 double crochet and 2 treble crochets in the following one. Basically, we need 3 stitches for every petal. So in the first one, we insert 1 single crochet. In the next, we insert 1 double crochet and 2 treble crochets. And in the third one, we insert 2 treble and 1 double. And then the petal is finished. We go on to make the next one, which starts by a single crochet. So this pattern goes on until we have our 6 petals finished. I'm almost done with this round. I have 2 stitches left, and I'm just going to make sure my slip stitch is tight. So I'm going to pull on my yellow tail like this to make it invisible and as tight as possible. And I'm in the middle of my last petal. I already did my single crochet, so in the next one I'm going to insert 1 double crochet and 2 treble crochets. And in my last stitch, 2 treble and 1 double. Complete the round with a slip stitch in the first single crochet you made right here. Remember that this is your chain one and we're going to skip this one. Insert your hook in the first single crochet you made and slip a stitch. If you want pointed petals for your lip balm holder, this is the only change in the pattern you're gonna make. So I have my single crochet, my double crochet and 2 treble crochets in the next stitch, and as you can see at the top of your second treble crochet we have 2 loops. I'm going to mark this one over here. You don't have to, I just want to show you where exactly we should slip a stitch later on. And now we chain 2. Then we're going to slip a stitch in this loop at the top of your treble crochet. And then we continue on with the pattern, so 2 treble crochets in the third stitch and 1 double crochet in the same one. This is how it looks. We have the pointed petal and the round petal. Start by making a magic ring. Wrap the yarn around your fingers like this to make an X shape. Hold the yarn with your thumb and ring finger. Now turn your hand and hold the yarn with your pinky. Insert your hook underneath the first line of yarn, grab the second one, pull under and twist. Grab this piece of yarn and pull through. This counts as your first chain and your magic ring is ready. You can adjust the size by pulling on this thread to make it tighter. For the first round, we are going to insert 8 single crochets into this ring. After you're done with your single crochets, hold on to your work and pull on this thread to close the ring. For the next round, we are going to increase. This is the first chain you made. Skip that one and insert your hook in the first single crochet of the round. We are going to increase in this round, which means we are going to insert 2 single crochets into every 8th stitch. Mark the first one you make. I have 1 single crochet in the first stitch, so I'm going to insert another one. And then continue on working 2 single crochet into the next 7 stitches. Basically, until you reach the one you marked. At the end of the round, you must have 16 single crochets. So I'm almost finished. I have 1 last stitch left. So I'm going to increase here, and now that I've reached the one I marked, I'm going to remove the marker and start on the 3rd round. From this round to the last round, we are going to insert 1 single crochet into every stitch around until it reaches the height you want for your lip balm holder. So just go ahead and continue inserting 1 single crochet into every stitch. After a while, your work will look like this. Make sure it's curving in this direction. So the part when you have the thread from your magic ring is on the inside, and this is the outside of your stem. After a few more rounds, it looks like this, and we're just going to continue with the single crochets until it fits it perfectly. When you're done with this, then we're going to add the band. It could be as long as you want it to be, and it's going to stretch a bit, so keep that in mind. Make a slip stitch, and then chain as many as you want to create the band. When you're done with your series of chains, leave a long tail and cut the yarn, but don't close the loop. Now let's attach the flower to the stem. So this is the first round of my flower, the second, and the third. Insert your hook in the space between the second and the third round from the outside. Now grab the last loop and pull it through. Right across from the first spot, insert your hook from the inside between the second and the third round. Grab the loop and pull it in. And now we slip a stitch across from where the band is started from. So insert your hook there and slip a stitch. And then I'm going to do a few more slip stitches to fully secure the band. Start by making a magic ring. Wrap the yarn around your fingers like this to make an X shape. Hold the yarn with your thumb and ring finger. Now turn your hand and hold the yarn with your pinky. Insert your hook underneath the first line of yarn, grab the second one, pull under and twist. Grab this piece of yarn and pull through. This counts as your first chain and your magic ring is ready. You can adjust the size by pulling on this thread. We are going to insert 8 single crochets into the ring as our first round. And you could mark the first single crochet you make. Now that we have our 8 single crochets, let's slip a stitch in the first single crochet of the round, the one I marked over here. This is your chain 1, this is your single crochet. And before you slip a stitch, mark the last single crochet you made. Now hold on to your work and close the ring by pulling on this piece of yarn. Let's get started on the next round. So at the beginning of every round we are going to do 1 chain. And in this round we are going to increase, which means to insert 2 single crochets into every stitch. So go ahead and work 2 single crochets in the first stitch right at the bottom of your chain 1. 1 and 2. Continue with your increases in the next 7 stitches. Your last increase goes in the stitch you marked, the last one. I'm almost done with my round. I have 1 stitch left, the one I marked. So I'm going to remove the marker and insert 2 single crochets here. Now keep this in mind that at the end of every round we are going to have a slip a stitch over here from the round before. We always skip the slip stitches. And we're also going to skip the chain 1. We go right into the first single crochet we made and slip a stitch here to complete the round. Start the next round with the chain 1 as always. In the first stitch, insert 1 single crochet. In the next one, 2 single crochets or increase. Repeat this pattern 8 times in total to finish the round. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets until you have 24 single crochets in total. I have 2 stitches left in the third round, so 1 single crochet here and 2 single crochets in the last one. Your round ends with an increase. If it doesn't, it means you missed a stitch. Now we skip the slip a stitch and the chain 1, go right into the first single crochet and slip a stitch. We are on round 4 and we're going to start with the chain. Now insert 1 single crochet into every stitch. Don't skip the first one, right at the bottom of your chain. You should have 24 single crochets in total. For round 5, we are also going to start with a chain and then insert 1 single crochet into every stitch, which means we have 24 of them in the end. When your mushroom starts to curve, make sure it's in this direction, so this is the inside and this is the outside of your work. This is how it looks after 5 rounds. Now for the 6th one, chain 1. In the first stitch, insert 1 single crochet. In the next one, 1 single crochet. And in the third one, increase. Repeat this pattern 8 times in total, so 7 more repeats. We'll have 32 single crochets at the end of round 6. Almost done with the round. I have 3 stitches left, so I'm gonna insert 1 single crochet here, 1 single crochet in the next one, and an increase in the last, and then slip a stitch in the first single crochet of the round. We're at round 7 now, so start with a chain and insert 1 single crochet into every stitch around until you have 32 in total. For round 8, start with a chain and then we're gonna insert 1 single crochet in the first 7 stitches and increase in the 8th one. In the end, we should have 36 single crochets in total. I'm almost done with the round. I have 2 stitches left, so 1 single crochet, and the round ends with an increase. Round 9 is the last one. Start with a chain and then work 1 single crochet into every stitch until you have 36 of them. Thread your needle with white yarn, and then we're gonna add the dots on the mushroom. To attach the mushroom to the stem, insert your hook between the second and the third round from the outside. Now grab this loop at the end of your chain and pull it out. Now insert your hook from the inside between the second and the third round right across. Grab the loop and pull it inside. We're going to attach it here right in front of the start of the band. So insert your hook in the loop, go into this stitch over here and make a slip stitch. I'm going to do a few more slip stitches to make sure the band is secure. You can tie a knot, weave it in your stem, however you prefer to secure it. Your lip balm holder is all done. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions.